Good afternoon and welcome to Pakistan Today News from our London studio. I'm Chris Taylor. Pakistan and China have reaffirmed their commitment to diplomacy amid the ongoing tensions between the United States and Iran. Beijing has expressed support for Islamabad's efforts to mediate and push for an immediate ceasefire, as well as the resumption of peace negotiations. In a related development, foreign ministers from Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Egypt are set to meet in Islamabad on March 29th and 30th. The high-level talks aim to coordinate diplomatic strategies to reduce tensions and promote regional stability. Meanwhile, Pakistan's Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister, Senator Ishaq Dar, has held a key conversation with United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres. The two discussed the evolving situation in West Asia and its broader implications for global peace and security. Senator Dar emphasized the importance of the United Nations in preventing conflict and achieving sustainable peace, reiterating Pakistan's commitment to dialogue. The UN chief welcomed Pakistan's efforts and expressed full support for its diplomatic initiatives. We now go to Islamabad, where our correspondent Sarah William is following these developments closely. Sarah, what more can you tell us?
Thank you, Chris. Diplomatic activity here in Islamabad is intensifying ahead of the upcoming multilateral talks. Officials say Pakistan is positioning itself as a key mediator, leveraging its relationships with both regional and global powers. Preparations are underway for the foreign ministers' meeting, with security and protocol arrangements being finalized. Analysts believe these discussions could play a crucial role in de-escalating tensions and opening channels for dialogue between Washington and Tehran. Back to you.
Thank you, Sarah, for that update. Turning now to the economy, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has rejected a proposal to sharply increase fuel prices despite a global oil shock. In a televised address, the Prime Minister announced that petrol and diesel prices will remain unchanged, sparing consumers from steep hikes of up to 95 rupees per liter for petrol and 203 rupees for diesel. The government will instead absorb an additional 56 billion rupees in subsidies in the short term. Officials say that without intervention, petrol prices could have reached around 544 rupees per liter, with diesel climbing to nearly 790 rupees. However, the broader economic impact of global tensions is being felt across the country. Rising oil prices and economic instability have led to significant increases in the cost of daily essentials, particularly medicines. Reports indicate that some drug prices have doubled, placing a heavy burden on patients with chronic illnesses. Citizens are struggling to afford antibiotics, painkillers, and other essential treatments, while experts warn of a looming public health crisis if urgent measures are not taken. At the same time, differences are emerging between federal and provincial governments over the growing cost of fuel subsidies. Punjab and Sindh have expressed reluctance to share the financial burden, suggesting instead that prices should reflect global market rates to encourage conservation. In response, the federal government has called for a national leadership dialogue on March 30th and 31st to build consensus on subsidy distribution and energy management. Proposals under discussion include targeted fuel support, capped at 20 liters per month through a digital system aimed at protecting the most vulnerable segments of society. In another development, Pakistan has relaxed trade regulations with Iran to support exporters during the current regional uncertainty. The government has allowed food and pharmaceutical products, including medicines, to be transported via land routes without mandatory banking instruments for a period of 3 months. Additionally, rice exports to Central Asian republics and Azerbaijan through Iran will also be permitted under this exemption. Authorities say the move is intended to facilitate cross-border trade and strengthen economic ties despite ongoing financial restrictions. And finally, Pakistan's ports are witnessing a surge in activity as global shipping routes adjust to rising risks in the Strait of Hormuz. Maritime and logistics officials report that container ships are increasingly diverting to Karachi and other Pakistani ports in search of safer alternatives. This has resulted in long cargo queues and a sharp rise in transshipment volumes, which have already surpassed annual totals for 2025. The government has responded by reducing port charges, speeding up cargo clearances, and forming reform committees to capitalize on the opportunity and position Pakistan as a stable regional trade hub. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today News. I'm Chris Taylor.